Hey there, Sean. Welcome. Who's that? Marion? Is that something I said that right? Marion Lupo, how's it going? Oh, interesting day here. Looks to me like this is all a setup, but we shall see. Let me get started here in a minute. We'll let a few more people join us. Interesting price action. Okay, we'll give it another minute or two. Ah, here comes some peeps. Guys, bullish time? Yeah. If it's going down, there's a reason. Oh, Mojaka on NVIDIA. Okay, we'll get to a few of them. I got the S&P teed up here first. So let's give people, what are we at? 32, I start 34, 35. Oh, it's funny. I give them a nudge about an hour before the live stream starts, and that's when all the posts come. Okay, so that's a good lineup here. A lot of equities today. All right, what are we at? 33. Well, we'll give it another minute. It always looks like so much. You're like, oh God, NQ is down 234. It's 1%. I want to check one thing. Yep, we do have it. Okay. Where are we at? 33. All right, almost. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So let me get disclaim. Now you guys have a lag. First up, I've got, I got the NASDAQ from Jamie. As soon as, I know you guys can't see it yet. It's a pretty good lag. It's a good 45 seconds. We got Jess, GDXU. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I've kind of had my eyes on gold. Just out of curiosity here while we're waiting. Gold is not getting hammered, but okay, back here to this. God damn, there we go. Okay, now you guys are caught up. All right. Okay, so I do this to start out with, right? So just to remind people, we have new people, new members, new people viewing what our purpose is here, right? So this is what I'm trying to do, and the reason I don't just get on here and just do a bunch of my, okay, here's the TA, right? of things that I'm watching here. One, this is a good way for me to see how members are progressing with our content, right? So I can get a feel for their TA, what it looks like, how they're progressing, and how they're implementing the things that we teach, which is really the whole idea here. We have a very specific methodology that incorporates, as many of you know, right, some Elliott Wave, fibs, market geometry, some market structure, right? Of course, right? You can't get around that, right? As you've heard me say 1,000 times, you can't trade Elliott Wave without trading market structure, right? They are inextricable. Although some people prefer to just use the market structure, right? I think you're doing yourself a disservice. So that's the idea here. We have a very specific methodology. And so this is the repetition of this is for people to evaluate, okay, one, members, how you're progressing. Two, prospective members, right? Does this very specific technical approach appeal to you? It's not for a day trader, right? I mean, these are for swing traders, right? I always say Elliott Wave which is cornerstone of what we're teaching here is most effective 60 minutes and above, period, right? Just is, right? So if you're looking, if you need that dopamine shot, every half an hour, this probably not the approach that would suit you. Although, of course, you can trade all these concepts. You could trade it on a 1 minute chart if you wanted to, or your Elliott count's going to be changing a lot. But that's the whole idea here. So, okay, right? So with that said, I should mention this here for those this is a little precursor here. So for those of you who are interested in what we're teaching here, this is our Labor Day sale. We put it on so I could offer it to you on this live stream here. So essentially everything's 50% off. Your best bang for your buck is to get all the belt bundle here at 50% off. I mean, not to make light of $4.99, but that's a lot of education in there. And of course, we don't just give it to you and say good luck, right? We put you don't progress through the belt system without getting tested and graded, and you got to pass to move on to the next belt. So it's not just buy it and hope it works out for you. Okay, with all that said, right, you can catch this, right? I'll have links underneath the live stream. Okay, so here's member Jamie, right? He's progressing quite nicely. He's got 2 counts for us here on the NASDAQ. Now it looks like he's trading a CFD through an FX broker. You guys caught up with me yet? No, you're still lagging. So I guess the audio lags too. That's kind of weird. All right, hurry up, catch up. It's a good 45 seconds. All right, I'm waiting for that to catch up. All right, hurry up. Okay, there we go. Now you're up. Okay, so here's his count. He's got 2 counts here. Let me get this off for a second here. I'm going to just change that coloring here just so we can see his internal count a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so coming off the low, right? This is a good looking count. 1, 2, right? You're stuck with it. You can't not count that, right? So then we got it. Here's our internal 3, right? And beautiful impulse, right? Perfect Elliott. I mean, what you hear me say a lot. Why would you not use Elliott Wave, right? I mean, if it's assisting in the count, right? It's just to your advantage. The reason people don't want to use it is they think, it's too subjective, or they're too lazy to do the work to learn it, right? Oh, I want it easy. Just give me lines and boxes here. Make it easy for me. Okay, so this is a completed impulse, which would be, has he got anything below, right? Just out of curiosity, right? So it's always a good idea just to do a little measuring here. Now, it looks like he's out, right? So our first, that's going to be too much. So let's see if I go to log scale. That's interesting, right? So we do have 10,000 is twice the range, right? So it's not enough to go to log scale, so we don't need to do that. 1, 2, just again, all you're doing here, right? The only purpose in doing this is just check, see how technically is it trading? I mean, it's pretty good. Again, I say this all the time. Where's the highest probability location for a wave 3, right? 1, 2, where do we go? All right, boom. Okay, so it's playing good Elliott, right? Where's the highest probability location for a wave 4, right? Again, we're just playing the odds here, right? It's nothing. It's not like, this is revolutionary. Wave 4, right? So here we are. Oh, I've got got some of his on here. Let me get that off here, right? So here at 38 and 23 and 38 is the highest probability. We get a little pop below that. Looks like all it's doing is filling in this imbalance right here. right? So you can kind of see it tap that 50% and go. All right, so push that off here. So down it comes to the 50%, boom, right, straight up. There's another one, right? So I think these are his, right? So he's noting here the unmitigated order flow here, right? So this is down before we go up, right? It's untapped, right? So ideally, I use it with the 50% on because that's often where the algo, right? And this is all algo driven, right? We know that, right? So often, right, to consider it mitigated, right? You want to see a 50% tag, right? So this is remains unmitigated, right? Even if you went here, right? We're still unmitigated. So I'd keep the whole thing there. Okay, boom for the 4, 5, right? So it's literally, yeah, let's do it here, right? Just a perfect. I see people, oh, the Elliott Wave is such garbage, right? It's just perfect, right? It's right in your face, right? You can't deny that. You can't say, oh, this Elliott Wave is just crap, right? I'll show you this chart all day long. It's along with 20 million others. Okay, so what do we got here? Where's something here aggressive? Let's go down to a 1, see what we look like here. So here's his count here. Again, I'm only on his first. I got to change these colors so we can see them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I mean, the foundation, right? The brilliance of Elliott Wave, right, is the 5s and 3s. Right? You can really simplify it that way. Right now, there's a lot of nuance that can go with it when you get into complex corrections and things. But the basic essence is 5s and 3s. So I got a 5 down, I got a 3 up. What do we anticipate? Right? It's not what do we know is going to happen, is what can we anticipate, because we have a very specific methodology here that leads to specific outcomes. Okay. Well, right now, this looks like some sort of an, here, I'm going to get, so you can see them. A, B, 5, 3. Do we know it's coming down here? Of course not. Nobody knows where it's going to be ever. Don't let anyone ever tell you they know where it's going to be, because they're just trying to get in your wallet, right? So, but could we come down here? Well, no reason not. Oh, but wait. We got NVIDIA earnings and the Fed's going to lower rates, right? Well, that's all known information, right? That's nothing. That's all factored into the price. Everything that can be known is reflected in that price point right there. That's the first premise the technician makes. There's no new information that can be added to that, right? If it's new information, right, then the market responds to that. Right now, there is nothing here that you can't say, oh, well, they haven't raised the rates or lowered rates yet. Well, we at 90% odds they're going to lower in September. The only question is whether it's 25 or 50. Okay, so this is a very reasonable spot here. Now let's dig in there a little bit. Looks like they did pump this. Let's get this down here a little bit. Yep, they would have wicked you out here if you were trading this. So you'd want to trade this here at the 50, and then they got you with that wick. Right, that will happen. Got it right there. Right, they wicked it. Right, wicked you out there. Right, so that would be a very frustrating. Oh, see, you can't. It's tempting to think, oh, but you go back one. Nope, this is already This already burned, right? They already filled that one, right? So there's always a question: what is the algo doing, right? What does it need to do? Does it need to go back here and mitigate this? This is bearish order flow. It's the up before the down. What's left, right? If it's going to go up again, right? The last unmitigated swing before we start this whole move down. So that's a bummer. That's going to happen. What do we think here? Again, it's not like let me think about it. Okay, what? Sure, looks like some sort of a diag maybe going in here. It's not pretty, but let's go to minuscule here. Looks like you might have it, right? So we can look at this and say, well, at this moment in time, sure looks like I've got some sort of a diag going in here. Now, do we know that, right? Of course, if it drops further, you might reevaluate here and put the 3 lower. But right now, that's not a great 3. But what do we have to work with? So what's the next thing we're anticipating, right? It's just that there's a sequence here that's very specific. We go through it the exact same way every time, right? That's what gives us an edge. See, that's the whole point, right? People, they hop from one thing to the next. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Your edge is the consistency of your approach here. If you do this the same way, yes, you're going to have many, by far, you're going to have more stops than you're going to have winners, right? You just losers than winners, just period. It's just part of trading, right? If you can't accept that, this is the wrong business for you. You got to be at peace with that. So how do you make money? What do you mean? I'm going to get stopped out way more than I'm going to be right. Well, how do I make money? Well, that's simple math. Right? We all know the answer to that. Now, it's easy to say. It's much harder to do, right? You've got to make more when you're right and lose less when you're wrong. It's just simple math, but it's, trading should be simple, right? But we complicate the fuck out of it, right? We just make it, it's emotion. Nothing more emotional than money, right? So do we have something that's a 4-hour? Let's try a 30-minute, see what we have here. Is this a 1? Do we know? Well, we don't know. That's kind of ugly, but maybe we might have it. God, that is a shit show. Well, you might have it here. So you've got a candidate there. Okay, so all right. So what's your next play there? Well, right. This is the part where people get, oh, well, okay. If it starts to come back here and it does it in a 3, well, I can't sell it. It's going up. I can't sell that. No. That's the wrong way to think about it. Again, something here. Let's do something simple. Since we're not in log, so fuck. Where is it? Since we're not in log scale, where do we want to sell? Right, discount or premium. I know this seems so rudimentary. I almost feel like, oh God, I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but people struggle with this. Where do we want to sell? Get that out of here. That's about as drop dead as simple as you can make it, right? Let's sell on the premium, buying the discount. So do you want to buy down here? You say, hey, well, you're in the discount here. Yeah. You're certainly going counter trend here. So my suggestion would be, if this is going to come back, it's just an opportunity to catch the retrace, and then all you're after is the continuation of the trend. Now you can be ultra aggressive. I don't know that I would trade in the A because then you're trying to pick the turn, but the B to the C. If this is A, B, C, and again, we don't have this, but if that's what we get here at A and B, and we get a failure swing here, right? The anticipation just in order flow would be, oh, another lower high, lower low. If you don't get it, oh, opportunity. Right, just as a reminder, right? If you come back over here, right, of our individual belts, if you're trading the purple belt, we only let you trade 3s and Cs to build that discipline in. That's the only way you're going to pass it. People go, oh, well, man, I want to trade everything. Well, if you want to trade everything, well, that's fine, but can you do this? Right? That's a real skill to develop. That's why we do it. People get frustrated with that. Well, shit, man, I wanted to trade that 1, right? Here, A, well, here it is down here, right? Would you have been okay with that? Right? Oh, I wanted the A. Oh, no. We'll make you wait for the C, right? Which is the better trade. I know, it's hindsight. We shall see. How are we doing here? Okay, all right. It's hard for me to look over there. Okay. 1, right, is the 1 in? Well, we don't know. But, okay, candidate, if we start coming up here, right, so we got to get to September. Rate cut, right? You'd be surprised, right? If you look historically, after rate cut, typically the market sells off. And then we rebalance here, and then we, if we're going to go back up again, well, how far are we going down here? Well, we can project that, can't we, right? Oh, come here. Again, I'm just this is what we teach, right? So why wouldn't I show you that, right? So here's a 1, 2, 3, right? So we can start to put this together. Okay, right? Now I don't have this, right? But if we did, right, then I got a 1, 2, right? If I get a 3, then I'm down here, right? Then this changes, and I'm down here with the 3, right? So there's an entire approach here, and it's very mechanical. So you don't have to go, shit, I don't know what to do now. What do I do now? No, that's where we're walking you through that entire process, right? It's the same thing every time because that's our edge, right? No edge, no trade. So often you'll see me look at something someone will post and I'll go, sorry guys, there's no reason to take this trade. Other than you love the project, you love the equity, you love the stock, you love the index, whatever it may be, right? Then that's not disciplined technical analysis. That's just what you think, right? We don't want to trade what we think, we want to trade what we see, right? It's easy to say, I know. Easy to trade what you think, right? Much harder to trade what you see. It sounds counterintuitive. Well, here's a big, on a 30-minute, that's a pretty big, that's bullish order flow down for the up, right? So where's the buy? Right here. So if we could get this, oh shit, come here. If we could get this, boom, there's the trade. All right, we'll see if I don't know if we'll get that. So this is good work, Jamie. Let me get rid of all this stuff here. I tend to get faster as I get going here. All right, so that's one idea. So he's got another idea. Let me go back to his, I think he sent me a 4-hour. That's one idea. Let's go to, where's your other idea? Oh, shit. Where there's, oh, here it is. Okay, so there we go. So now we got to go. So we make that one, and that one's good. Okay, so now we got, oh, shit, that's me doing that. Oh, well, look at that. I think he's right in sync with me here. I think, Jamie, I didn't, if I get all my stuff out of there. This is you, right? Yeah, that's you. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, A, right? So he's just right in sync with what I was just proposing. Well, that's kind of nice to see. I have 2 counts, right? So here's the other count, right? So are we starting here? Where are we going? Got to get through that. We could do it this way. Bump, maybe a combo. Remains to be seen. But right, so this is now by no means, you know, when we look at it this way, that doesn't mean, oh God, well, don't buy it because we're never going to take out that high. That's never what we're saying. It's just right now, as you look at that, you can make a reasonable deduction as to the flow of price action here based on this technical pattern. It doesn't mean it's going to hold, but it means we have something legitimate that is proven to repeat over, you know, I don't know how many trillions of charts, right? If you had factored in from the 1 second to the, you know, monthly, how many charts over 95 years? Enough to where we can reasonably evaluate that if we're doing something like this, we'd have an ABC. Now, if that's an ABC, where would we be? Let's go to an 8. If this is a completed impulse, where do we think that's going? Right, not here. Right, this is, you know, this is the conundrum, right? This is where you go, well, wait a minute. If I'm applying Elliott Wave here, and this is a completed impulse, wouldn't we be anticipating a 50% retracement? Well, the answer to that is yes. Right? That's where we would think it's going. So is this realistic? Is it? 1, 2. Right? If it's going to be a 3, it's going to be a biggie. Like that. So there has to be a pretty good reason as to why you would anticipate it wouldn't do that. Well, here, let me do it very precisely. Where would we anticipate that third? Right here at the golden zone. It's a pretty good free draw. If this is 1, 2, right, and we're going to do an A, B, C, well, that's a pretty good target there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing says we couldn't go that lower. Right? Everybody's just uber bullish, right? Oh, it's AI, NVIDIA, right? Now, I'm not saying that this couldn't, you know, we might, you know, 1, 2, and we go again. Right? We don't know. No one knows. What's the alternate, right? We've gone, this is the complete correction here, which would be unusual, right? That we're going to end the correction in a 5. Highly unusual, not impossible. Nothing's impossible. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to continue to go here, right? And the 5 moves up here, and this is all just part of some, you know, additional leg extension in the 5th. Common retracement is the down a degree, 3, 4. Right to it. You could think of the same thing, bearish order flow. Right? We mitigated it. Now off we go. So, you know, there's a couple of decisions you have to make here. One is, do I even want to trade this? Okay, and what am I gonna what method am I gonna use? What are you gonna use here? Everybody's bullish. So if we start to come up here and we do it in a 3, right? Can you sell that? Where's your better risk reward? If this is the B and we're going to do 5, or if this is 1, right? Is the alternate that I just showed you with this is 1, this is 2, rather than A, B. You going to trade that? Right? It'd be scary, right? Oh God! Oh, it's going up! It's going up! I can't. Where's stops right here? Targets down here. it's just emotionally, right? I understand, right? I've been doing this for a long time. I know, oh, fuck, oh, no, it's going to, oh, hey, everything I see on CNBC says it's going to go to the moon. Everything I read on Twitter, or fuck, wherever you get, Jesus, are people getting financial info from TikTok? I guess they probably are now. Oh, everything I read on TikTok says we're going to the moon. Okay, so I can't possibly sell it. So I'm going to buy it, right, for FOMO. All right, so I'm willing to pay full retail for this, right, just where all the rest of the retail traders are going to buy it. I'm willing to do that. What? It sounds moronic as I say it, right? Why would you do that, right? FOMO's powerful force. So, Jamie, I like both of these, right? So I think it's a question of, right, is it one or is it A? Well, we're not going to know, right, until we see what happens next. The suspense of it. Where's my better risk reward? Seller or buyer? Right. Okay, it's good stuff, Jamie. Well done. Both good, right? It's kind of interesting. Let's make this one. Right. It's 4. Oh, wait, pardon me. I didn't see this one. So this would be the 4. Oh shit, here I completely missed this. Oh fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so well, geez, how did I miss that, right? So well, if this is the low here, let me get all this stuff off of here. Okay, then this would be 1, 2, right? We're into a 1, 2. So the first thing you have to reconcile is how am I turning this into a 3, right? I've said this in a couple of vids over the last couple of weeks. Okay, we've got a 2-year uptrend here. We're gonna correct it in 10 days. Again, anything's possible. So, oh fuck, I guess you do A, B, C. So it's doable. You left me hanging here. You didn't give me a count on this. A, B, I guess we could do it that way. A, B, C on a 1 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C into the B. Waterfall C. Doable. It's just, again, it's 2 years. 2 years. We're going to do that in less than 2 weeks. Just, it's not that it can't happen. It's just, is that what you want to bet on? That something that dramatic here, that irregular is what you're going to put money at risk on? Well, that's not what I would do. Okay, thanks, Jamie. Okay, Steel Swarm. What do you got here? God, I guess I went kind of long on that. Steel Swarm. All right, back in the groove. It takes me a minute to warm up here. I tend to be too long-winded on too many things. Okay, so here's Steel Swarm's giving me Cardano. Cardano's a little disappointing at the moment, I have to agree. So what do we got here? A, B, he's looking for the C. What are you doing there? Is that the wave, or did you draw that in? I think what you're doing, I think you're doing Elliott Wave over here. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay, all right, so I'm going to take that off just because those things bug me. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is this what we got here? 3, 4? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, that's the... Okay, all right, so you look here again. It's not that I'm not trying to be critical, but if we're thinking about 5s, right? Do we have an impulse here? Okay, well, maybe his thought is, okay, well, if that's an ABC, this is going to be a diag. Well, for the diag, right, again, these are rules and guidelines from Elliott Wave, right? So if the 4 is going to be, if it's going to be a diag, we need to see the 4 come up a little higher. Well, that's not what we got. So this becomes a little harder to count this way. How would we count this, right? So we can, Steel Swarm, not to be disrespectful of your effort there, but we can't count it that way, right? That would just be a clear break of rules and guidelines. So what's another choice here? Well, 1, 2, right? Possibly. A, B. Oh, fuck, where are we here? Oh, fuck, we're on a 45-minute. Pay attention to what we're looking at. Just give me a second here. See, it takes me a minute to get rolling here. Okay. All right, just so I can see it better. Okay, so he likes 1, 2, 3. Okay, again, Steel Swarm, okay, so again, this is right, gives me a little bit of some insight into where you are, right? So, okay, if this is 1, 2, 3, well, so maybe your thinking is, okay, it's a diag, right? Again, right? We can have a diag here, but if we're going to do a diag, it's a series of threes, right? So assuming, right, your intention here is to be applying Elliott Wave, we can't count it this way, right? When I say that, I mean, you count it however you like, right? But if you want to apply Elliott Wave with adherence to rules and guidelines, you can't count it that way, right? Because we couldn't have 5, 3, 5 and call it a diag, right? So what could we call this, right? That's off the table, right? So, and there's a good example. That's one of the things about Elliott Wave that is I think so advantageous, is that it can't be that. Now, that doesn't mean that the market can't go higher, but it means if you're applying Elliott Wave, you can't count it that way, right? So we can look at this and say, okay, well, what could it be? Well, sure could be an ABC, right? So that decision matrix, right? And that's really what it does for you. It helps you with that decision matrix, because otherwise you're like, fuck, up, down, I don't know. Well, here, this is guiding me. This is helping in that whole decision-making process. Okay, so then we want to look and say, okay, how technical is it, right? Are the algos moving this? All right, well, the algos are always moving it, right? So we're in log scale here. So what do we got here? 45 to, well, it's double the range. We may not have to be in it. Okay, a little bit of a front run here. It looks like it's this little downswing here. Got mitigated here, and so off we go. Okay, so ABC, that's a contender. How about from the top? Let's go to a 4-hour here. Okay, again, right. I'm going to get all this off here. All right, so it's not that those aren't valid, right? It just can't be a 1, 2, 3. But it sure can be an ABC. Okay, what are we mitigating here? Right, so here's the last one. Remember that 50, right? Oh, right to it, right? Just a couple of ticks off of it. So mitigated. I think we probably, all right, that's pretty close, right? That still could get tapped again. Okay, so where are we relative to Al? Where's Al? All right, Al is the big dog in the room. Right, broken. All right, so we got to go back one. First question, where did they use, right? Where'd the Al go, right? It's too much. So it's, and what I'm seeing here is that it's a little sloppy. Looks like it might be here. Okay, there it is, right? So, but then, okay, did they use that, right? So this is, you don't want to force fit. Looks like they might have used that. That's wick, right? So they used it, right? So it's legitimate here to come out. You don't want to just go, oh, where does it fit? Where does it fit? What did they use? Get it right on there. Looks like that's wick only, right? So wicks, keep it in play. We've learned that over the years. So this, that's too much. Okay, let's come down here. All right, because that's all the algo is going to do. It will not. If this one breaks, it'll just go back a pivot, right? So the algo, all the algo is seeing is this, right? All of this becomes irrelevant to it, right? Because it'll take the stop here, but it'll take the short here with that as this target. That's just, you know, I didn't write it, but that's what we can track, right? So we can see it, what it does. All right, so 50 with a target down here. So if this is an ABC, what would you be thinking now? Can we string that together? Well, that's the goal here. Can we? I don't know. Let's take a look. So what are we doing here, right? Any question about this as an impulse? I think not, right? So what do we got here? AB. Well, that's kind of gnarly, actually. So if this is correct, still about using the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's use what you're using, 4-hour chart. Okay, so I think maybe you posted that right before some of this happened, right? So that is invalid, right? So now as we come down here, all right, what the hell's going on here? This is a pretty big sell-off. We got a top 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, that's some ugly shit right there. So it looks like we got to do it this way. So we got to go 1, 2. Oh fuck, that's a bummer, right? So this is a little gnarly here. It's got an overlap. How are we going to do this? Okay, we might have, if I look at this here, some sort of a expanding, something along these lines. All right, let's see if we can finish this, because this certainly looks like we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't look right, but let's see if we can get that subdivision. Come here. Let's get you here. Okay, some sort of expanding diag here. Do I love it? No, right? Typically, you'd want a contracting, but that suggests to me we've got another leg down, right? Because this is a leading diag, not an ending diag. So I don't have a tremendous amount of conviction in this count, but it looks like we've got. It looks like it's a WXY. Looks like that's what we've got going on here. Is we essentially it's a box. What would be the alternate? Well, let's see. We need to finish this. So it occurs to me we might have an ABC X ABC. So that's not good because that's this is the actionary wave, not the corrective wave. So it's a little bit of a shit show in here. Well, when in doubt, right, the immediate reaction shouldn't be, oh, let me see if I can figure it out and force a trade. It should be, if in doubt, stay out. Okay, what do I know here? Could this be, fuck. Let's go up into log scale, see if that helps a little bit. WX ABC. Let's consider an alternate here. ABC, W, X, Y. So let's do that and put that in something. We'll put in yellow. All right, so you can see the alternate here. If I fill it in, this would be ABC. I'm assuming you guys follow me. X, A. So we could do it this way. And this is the part of the reason I like to do it this way is because you hear the process, right? So I mean, a lot of times you're like, oh, does that fit? Huh? Does that look all right? If it doesn't, okay, well, what's the alternate? ABC. So I got another ABC. So could I have WX, WX, ABC? I don't think that's far enough. Let's see how far that went. Oh, platinum. Not quite, right? I'm not such a purist. I wouldn't get caught up into that. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't even realize my mic was... Okay, right, so there we go. Whoops. Okay, so it looks to me like we've got a contender here for this to be a combo. God, these fucking allergies. That's why I have to mute the mic, because I have to... All right, I digress. A, B, C, X, A, B... All right, now this is going to have to turn pretty fast if that's A, B, C. It looks like we got another leg down, right, based on what we see right now, because we didn't get an impulse here. So we got something corrective. So let's take this up. Let's go to white. All right, so it looks like we might have something like this going, right? So suggesting another leg down. I'm kind of going fast here, but WX, Y is what we're trying to get to. I don't know unless you're going to do it as a double. WXY, unless you could do it that way. Shit, here. I don't want to leave you guys incomplete, right? So this could be WXYXZ. ABC, 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 BC, right? ABC. Suggest we could be coming down here. So let me go back to a daily. Where could we be headed? Well, last stand would be down here. So this is going to need to hold if we're going to stay bullish here. All of this, right? Because I don't think anybody's going to dispute, right, Elliottician or not, that we have an impulse here. So now we're in the correction, right? It's a lot of correction. Let's get that out of here. Oh, let's just put it down here. So this is the last stand. Let's just do the full Monty here. All right, to and through, 786. I would not be buying that, but down here, looks interesting. As long as we stay above that pivot, right, we're in good shape, right? We can come right down here to this. But that will be a very hard buy, right? Unless you've been trading crypto for a long time. Oh my God, it's crashing through the floor, right? Everything on Twitter, everything on, all the financial heads of crypto, a crash in crypto today, right? That's right when you want to buy it. Okay, good one, Steel Swarm. Very good. He wants to look at Link. I happen to have that right here. Okay, let's bring it up here. I don't remember what I've got there. That's some an SMI and an MFI. So I don't remember where that came from. Okay, what are we doing here? Right? Are we in here? Is this the 2? Well, that's not a great looking start to that, right? That's not what you want. It's kind of like Bitcoin did the same thing. Oh, is this a 1, 2, 3? Well, still, right? That potential is still alive. It's not pretty. You'd have to do it as a diag, right? So you'd have some sort of, oh fuck, here, 8, 2, a diag being the 1. Right, that doesn't look great. So maybe you'd have to do it this way. A, B, working on the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd get your 1 there. Looks like you'd have it, right? So A, B, that's the only way that's going to fly. Do it that way. 1, A, B, C. 1, 2. Oh, again, that doesn't look so great either. Crypto can't seem to get an impulse coming off of this low. Right now, this is, okay, I think on higher time frames, right? We have closes below, right? So this is a blown golden zone. Are we still thinking here, right? So it's hard not to see the potential for an ABC, right? It looks like it's perfectly, right? Not quite. So you can't spot. Well, maybe you do. Where is he? All right, Al's usually in there. Where is he? There he is. Okay, all right. So we got third target here. Pulling from this low to this pivot here, right? So we don't have it there, but do we have it here? This would. Oh fuck! That's just awful. It actually wouldn't matter, right? If you do it here, WX. Y, right? I guess you can get it done there. You can get it done there. A, B, C, W. Oh, fuck. Looks like triangle. B, W, X, A, B, C, Y. I don't know that matters, right? So it's just a sideways clusterfuck of sideways, threes. Okay, right? So we get a kick out of here, right? And that looks impulsive. 1, 2, pick them. Looks like you'd be 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2. If it holds right now, I'd want to see this start to go. You're definitely in a diag here. So 1, 2, 3, deep 4, maybe for the 5. Okay, if that's the case, well then we know what to do, right? It's not like, oh shit, I don't know what to do, man. What do I do now? Well, if that's a 5, it's not confusing, right? Oh. Right. So where would that be interesting? At least, if you're applying our methodology, it would be interesting right here. 1, it's kind of a sloppy but choppy, but it's a diag, right? So it would be valid. 1, 2, right? Let's see if Al will kick it to a 3. Right, there's your trade, right? We're buying in the discount, right? With targeting the premium, right? The risk reward is going to be 4, 5, 6 to 1. Depending on where your stop is, put it that low, you probably got 6 to 1 there. It's not that fucking hard, right? It just takes a little bit of effort to understand the rules, right? You do that. What do you got? 3 to 1. You want to use a 786, 6 to 1. You use that little pivot, almost 5 to 1. 1, 2, 3, right? Again, you want to be a purple belt in our training. That's the only trade we'll let you take, right? 3s and Cs, right? So you want to take the short for the C, well, you have at it, right? But it's the 3 that we want you to focus on because that's the money ball. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going here. Good one, Steel Swarm. Christos Giannopoulos. I just like saying that. It's such a great name. Okay, so that's Link, right? We did that. So let me come back over here. Okay, 07. What did you say? Cian Salazar. Oh, he said something. Probably because my mic was off because I have to mute it so often, right? And I forget. I hit the button, but it doesn't click all the way. Okay, so what do we got here? So this one's off. That I already talked to you about. Oh shit, where did we go? Oh fuck. What did you give me? No, I just had it. Here, hang on. Christos, what did I do? Copy link. Coming back. Here we go. Oh, it's the S&P. There we go. Okay, so Christos, his thing, since we looked at this once already, right? His same idea. Although, Christos, I see what you're doing. Pardon me. I see it. I thought you had an impulse there. You're counting it the same way I'm counting it, right? Okay, let me get in there. A, B, C, A, B, C. I see what you got there. I couldn't see it on the first one, right? So he knows, right? You can't. Well, let's go from the daily to a 4, right? Because this is a little tricky, right? So where you can see it, where you start to get a little conviction in it here, it looks like we got this little 5 here to finish it, right? That little 5 finishes it right here. So what's this? A, B, 1, 2. Well, if it's an X, right, your assumption would be it's 1, 2, right? Oh, and this could, it could end up here, but then you'd have a double. It's hard to call it, right? This is a tricky bit about doubles, right? So 1, 2, 3, or you could do it 3, A, B, C, 4 into the 5, right? It's tricky to call that, right? I don't know that it matters, right? We're going to know a lot more when we see, what's next. Hard to call it, right? But again, all I'm doing is looking at time. Okay, well, we had a 2-year impulse, and we're going to correct it, and I don't think this is 2 weeks. Now I know, right? What's the thing that occurs to most, right? Oh well, but it's AI now, right? So none of that shit matters anymore. Oh, it's 2 weeks, no problem. It's going to be, say it with me, different this time. Case 1. Oh, let's see. I guess we got a couple of cases here. If we continue higher, possibly 4 light red ABC, right? So that's right. We looked at that, right? You can squeeze it into an ABC. Case 2, if we drop without a new high, probably we go for 4, right? A deeper 4, right? So that's interesting. So he's, oh shit, I got to a daily. So he's taking this as the 3. So 1, 2. Right? I actually like this count. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right now, the question is this the 3 or is this the 3? Right. Well, he's giving us a roadmap. This is actually this is a great lesson, right? So this is exactly what we hope to see. So Christos, outstanding work, right? So he's prepared for either outcome. He's got a roadmap for either direction because that's the fork in the road kind of decision matrix that Elliott Wave gives you. If not this, then that, and if not that, then this. No, there is no other TA, right, that gives you that clarity, right? It's just, sorry, if there was, I'd be teaching it. It's not market structure. If there, I know that's all the rage, right? But again, we can apply market structure here, right? Break a structure, right? We got that one. Okay, break a structure. We got that one, right? Okay, we don't have a break of structure here right now. What do we have is a failed attempt at a break of structure. So as we're coming down, right, this would be the weak high until we get some sort of a break. Or if we start to come down, Wait a second. What we have the break of structure, right? What do we anticipate after a break of structure? Right? Retrace, right? So it fits 1, 2, 3. If this is the big three, oh God, I hate those. Hang on. That's the big three, and we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That's actually good thinking. To allow for, to be prepared for that to go higher, because if it does, then this is 1. Right? Again. Okay, right. So you're prepared for both. If this is 1, 2, 3, mighty skinny. Let's get into the 4. Right, mighty skinny on this as a 1. If it's a 1, okay, we know what to anticipate, right? It's okay. What are we looking for, right? Where's the high probability for a 2? Oh, come here, right? All right, we're gonna be down here. Oh, no way! Not in the AI world. Not with the rates coming down. It would never be that. It would never do what it normally does. It's different now. Careful with that thinking. 1, 2, 3. It's a skinny 4. Could be any of these. So we get into September. They raise rates, and this shines up. So what you would want, right? If you're a bull here, you want this. No, fuck. Come here. You want this to come down. That's what you're hoping for. If you're bullish. I know that sounds like, well, wait a minute. Wait, if you're bullish, you want it to come down? Yes. Where am I buying? Am I buying at retail here? Or am I buying at a discount? Okay, that's a stupid question to even ask, right? But sometimes I just feel like I got to remind you, okay, we want to buy it up here? Who's buying up here? Are whales buying up here? Are professionals buying up here? What are they likely doing, right? They want to manipulate you into buying it, right? So they can grab your stops and they can buy it down here, right? If we're going up, it's pretty much of a it's a clear process, right? It's a full process of, okay, again, if not this, then what? Oh, if right now, what makes it tricky, right? You look here and you go, well, fuck, how do you know? It could be either. Well, that's absolutely true. Nobody does know. It's not knowable. So how do we respond to that? Well, we'll use a methodology that gives us this kind of fork in the road, right? If it's the WXY, okay, we know what to do. If it's 1, 2, right? Is it any different? If it's WX and we're going to do, think of it, right? If this is ABC, right? Do we know what to do? Right? If it's ABC and we think the Y is coming in here, maybe we'll come down here. We're coming in for the 4. Right, we know what to do, right? We're waiting for. We don't sit here with a limit order. We wait to see the reaction. Do I get a little baby 5 out of here? Do I get that? Then I know exactly what to do. I'm going to buy it right in here, right? Because we don't want to try and pick the turn, right? There's never, ever, ever a need to do that. And if it's 1, 2, and this breaks lower, we know what to do as well. If this goes here, we know, oh, it's probably in 3. Could it be 4 still? Could be. If it's 1, 2, 3, well, then here we're still in a 4. Not if that what A, B, C. Well, I guess it could be a 4. It's this whole process of okay, it's the context, right? That's what matters, right? It's the context. Well, what? Again, right? We're going to know pretty quickly, right? So, if nothing else, you could just look at this in here. Do I want to be a buyer or a seller? Do I want to be a buyer or a seller? If you're itching to be a buyer, you're going to have to wait. No, I shouldn't say it that way. Right? If you want to buy that, have at it. Right? You're telling you that's a fool's errand. Right? You're buying up at the highs. Right? Now, I'm not. If the market does this, right? Then okay. Right? I wouldn't be like, oh God, look how I really missed that. It wouldn't matter if it does that. I would never buy that. Because of this, right? Well, why are you going to pay full retail? I would never buy that, right? I don't care what it does. It's just that would be a rule break, right? Again, you could say, well, it's different this time, so I'm going to buy it, right? Well, then you don't have any rules. You're just winging it, right? Based on what you see. Oh shit, I heard it on Bloomberg, right? So I better buy it. Some talking head who you have no idea what his book is or what his intention is. Believe me, they come on there to manipulate the public. So careful. Just have a rule, right? Do you buy them at all-time highs? No. Okay, well, then you got to wait. Do you sell them at all time? Do you sell them the premium? Where's the better risk reward? I don't even need to do it, right? Do I? 7 to 1. If you can't handle that, don't trade it. Good one, Christos. Christos, if I'm saying that right. All right. Oh, I got some people adding. Okay, so I got Ben B. Oh, for Ben B's giving us some bull porn. Well, who doesn't love some porn? I mean, some bull porn. Let's leave here. Very good work, Christos. You definitely, I can see that's you know, I really enjoy the live stream day because I get to see what you guys are doing. I get to see your progression. So I always look forward to it. Okay, what do we got here? Ben B. Well, I know Ben B knows what he's doing. Okay, so primary is we were in a microwave. I'm going to do this just because of my brain, old brain. Okay, all right, so then I can see him a little bit better. 1, 2, 1, 2. What we got here? No, I have no idea what they're about. Do I need to know? No. First premise of the technician. Everything that can be known factored into that price, right? So we didn't quite get to a wave 3, but it's long enough. It could be the 3. Could be the 3, but now we overlapped here, right? So if it's an impulse, right? Okay, good. Another good example here, right, of why Elliott Wave. Another good example. 5, 3, 5. Can this be the 4? No. Now you can put a 4 there all day long if you want to, but now you're doing your own system. If you're applying Elliott Wave, it can't be the 4, right? Because of the overlap. So what's the only alternative? 1, 2. Where does it go? Golden zone. Where are we? If it's not a 3 and if it's a 1, 2, where are we? What's the highest probability location? God damn it! Sorry, guys. It's bad for me in the summer. Okay, what that gives you is conviction here. Say, oh, okay, 1, 2, right? It goes right to it. Now, what else is here? Right? As soon as you see that, the next thought in your brain should be, oh, that means I've got a golden corner. Which means I have 80% odds of getting there. Now, I don't, it could get it here, 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 80%. Highest odds in technical analysis, right? Probably the least understood, least traded of you know, I've hopefully had some influence, right? I've been repeating this for 6 years now. That's the best odds in trading. Median line is probably the least utilized tool in all of technical analysis. Yes, it has the greatest odds. Amazing. Well, that's, you know, there's a little bit of a bummer right there, right? So we got another double. Well, no, it looks like we got a little bit of a pop. Looks like we got through it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is that what we got there? 1, 2, maybe we get a little diag there. Oh, let's see what we got. 1, 2. Yeah, you might even have to do it over here. A little bit of a trunk. Iffy, what's it reacting to? Likely this. Or you could do it this way, right? And get to the 50%. Up before we go down, right? So this is bearish order flow, right? We come right, we mitigate at the 50, right? So this is dead, right? They don't need to come here again, right? Mitigate it, right? So what are we doing? Well, right, we know the price is fractal, right? So we just go 6 golden zone here. If this is going to be an ABC, right? Or A, B, C, right? You can get a golden within a golden. Right, happens all the time, right? So what's the next trade here on Tarsus, right? You don't not as a buyer. Same thing, right? Different asset, right? Where's the premium, the discount, right? So we want to be a buyer down here, right? We don't want to buy here. Who buys here? Retail. Who's not long for the market? Retail. That's not a complicated discipline, right? If you're building a trading plan for yourself and some trading rules, wouldn't that be a reasonable place to start? Well, I don't buy at premium. I wait for discount. Okay, you got one rule. If that was the only rule, you'd probably be very profitable. You'd be profitable than most retail traders because when does retail buy it? When it's going up. So they're always buying at premium. Okay, all right, so that's good stuff there. Tarsus, I think that's just hurry up and wait for your next buying opportunity. Or if you're already long in it, Ben B, potentially you could add here. Knowing, right, depending on where you're long from, right, you may have to take some drawdown. But if you're just waiting to tee it up, boom, right, you got this because you know as long as this pivot holds, you get 80% that it gets here, right? So again, there's another good example of why we teach this. I know that if this holds, I've got 80% odds of getting here. If this happens, whoa, completely different story, right? So this can't be a 1. But that kind of clarity of the decision making is really an emphasis point of what we teach and why we teach it. All right. Is that bull porn? I don't know. Is that bull porn? I guess it is kind of bull porn. Well, let's go back to the daily. If we're going for a 3, right here's up here at 152. Where are we right now? 25. Yeah, that's bull porn. I mean, that's getting my horn pretty. I should stop there. Right, that's definitely potentially bull porn, right? To get up here if we're going to go to 210 on Tarsus Pharmaceuticals, right? So they're likely they've got some drug that they need to get FDA approval, and then that could go. But he's got 2 things here. Let's see what the other is. Yeah, shit. Do I see it? Is it? I don't see it. I don't see it blocked out. I don't see it there. Ben, I don't see the second one. I don't think you need the second one, right? That's how I would trade that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If that doesn't get your trading juices flowing, right? You're apparently dead. Okay. Here's one. Trader KDI. Of course, I know him as Koki. Shit, I may buy that one. Let's come over here. I've already long. I'm long Riot from a live stream. What am I doing in that one? Essentially flat. Just looking at today's price action. Okay, so Riot. Often, right, I see things in these live streams, right? I can't look at everything, and I'll jump on them. I think this was a couple of weeks ago. All right, I'm going to pull that down. Oh, that's not right, Koki. How did I get Paramount Global? You want Riot. I think that's what you want, right? That's what you wrote. Oh, come on. I'm assuming that's you, Koki. Or Trader KDI, sorry, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A. Well, how we got here? I guess we could do this A, B, C. 1, 2. That's kind of an ugly 2. Okay, so let me get in there. Let me get that out of there. All right, so break a structure. Right, what do we anticipate? This is who buys up here? Right, just in the same context of what we were talking about before. Oh, breakout. Going to the moon. If ever, I don't know that I can put something better in front of you as to why you don't buy breakouts. It's just a. You're gonna learn one way or the other. A, B. Yeah. Well, I guess we do it this way, right? So A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so pretty good 5 down. Pretty good 5 up. Okay, so he's filled in a lot here. So let me, I don't know that way. Let's go to an 8 hour. Just to dig a little deeper. Okay, so we've got, this is a change of character, right? So he's right. So we go change of character, then we go break a structure. So golden zone leads to an impulse. Golden zone leads to an impulse. 5 leads to a 3. Well, you locked me out there. No, you didn't. Okay, so there is there any? We don't have to dispute it. Oh fuck, where is it? Got an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to assume, right, that would be very, no one's going to dispute that, right? So we look, 5, 3 into a golden zone, 5. Now we're coming back here. It looks like we're at the 50, all right? So we can, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to move some of this stuff here. It's not significant, but I'm just going to get some of this out of here so I can see it a little better. Okay, whoops, I don't want that one. I want this one. Okay, just so I can kind of dial in on what he's thinking. So here's this. Oh, shit. Let's go down to just this one here. Right, we know this was golden. Oh, how are we going to do this? I don't think you need to get overly wacky with that. I think we can do something like that. You know, I don't think it matters, right? So this is the ABC 1, 2, 3, or AB. I guess I would do it up here. I'm looking if there's a triangle in there. A, B, C, D. No, you couldn't, right? So at the end of the day, what are we looking at here? 3. Right, which is what he was drawing, right? So we got a 3. We're coming to the golden zone. What's unmitigated down here? Right here, right? Untouched. Right here. Where's the 50% at the golden zone? So this is what he's got here. Now, you could pick the turn. Well, if you're going to do that, if you're going to try and pick that turn, you just nibble at it here, right? Don't go full load, right? Just, okay, let's see if I get the reaction, right? If you want to try and get that first pivot, let's just take that out for a second. If you want to try and get that, okay, let's get the algo reaction because it's going to react, right? Unless there's news here. Hang on. Excuse me. Unless it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If we come down here, we get a reaction. Okay, right? So you can trade off of the idea that we're going to get a pop here. You also got the 50%, right? Mitigation right at the 65. So, okay, do I get a little 5 out of here? Right? That would be the safer play. Okay, well, let's see what I get. Oh, this is all mitigated, right? So there's no reason, right? This has already been tapped, right? So you can look here, right? So the algos, right? They've already tapped that, right? So you don't need to go there. Oh, you probably have this would be some sort of an order block up here, right? So this one, so we can map it out. 1, all right? So that's what you're after, right? Because remember, this swing here has got a target up here, right? So we could trade this, right? If we get it, we don't have it yet, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got a roadmap for this, right? So this is pretty simple. Okay, if I get this, I've got my Y down here. Now, I can either take a piece here. Do I get that little reaction? Okay, maybe I want to add here on if I get a high or low. Oh, I want to get that into that 3. Maybe you take a piece here, take a partial, right? Always a good idea to take a partial, right? Don't let some profit get away without getting a piece of it in your pocket. Get the 2. Okay, now do I want to add again here? Do I? Would you be in the discount if you're adding here? Well, you're going to have to wait for it to get there. If you're going to get into that 50 right there, where's the better risk reward? Again, I feel like I'm insulting your intelligence. I don't mean to be that like that, right? But it's just, you know, some things with trading, you got to remind people so often, right? So they've heard it so many times that they get here, they go, oh shit, oh, that's right, wait for the discount. Okay, oh yeah, that's a 5, that's a 3. Oh, am I deep enough? Yes, okay. Right, it's that repetition. So even though I feel like I'm annoying the shit out of you just by saying the same thing week after week after week, that's kind of the point. Same thing. Always the same thing, right? I don't care what the chart is. I don't care what the asset is. I don't care what the time frame is. Although I prefer, I would just tell you that Elliott Wave is just much easier to track, right? And much easier to manage when you're at 60 minutes and above, right? Because you're not changing the wave count all the time. Golden zone. Golden zone. We don't know, right? Do we get another golden, right? Wouldn't surprise me. Why I would think it wouldn't surprise anyone. This looks like a 50. Come here. I didn't quite make it. Look at where the target would be. You see what I'm drawing there? Boom, boom, Boom. Right. So you got the 50 mitigation, you got the golden zone, and you got an algo target right there. Do I get a reaction? Remember, an algo target is not a buy signal. It's not a signal, right? It's just how we identify what the algo is doing, right? Do they take profit here? If they do, right? Okay. Again, same. It's a process. Same thing every time. That's your edge. All right. What do we got? Okay. I got to warn you. I have white screens coming here. Hey, Wonka, if you're on, I know we had some requests. Oh, if he's on, let me just, I know we had some Twitter requests. Oh shit, hang on. All right, okay, so here it comes. I don't know if it's Holy Life or Holly Life, but it's H-O-L-I Life. I'm gonna go with Holly Life. If I'm wrong there, correct me, right? Because you spelled it differently. Okay, so this is. Okay, I don't have, what do I got here? These are, I'm going to warn you here, this is white screen. Holly Life is still doing white. So be prepared, right? You're going to get a bright shock coming in about 10 seconds. Okay, so just so I can see, here's the one, what do we got? OPUSDT. So you guys are behind me. All right, and while you're waiting for that, hang on, turn my AC down. Okay, God, that is a long lag. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Right, 1, 2. Okay, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but fake out. Middle retest. Now, note here, and again, this is a good example. Holly Life or Holy Life, whatever it is, doesn't, just for whatever reason, right? He's not labeling an Elliott count, which is absolutely fine, right? That's not mandatory for us. Now, if you get into the belt system, well, that's going to have a struggle not applying Elliott Wave there because we're testing you on much of that, but you don't need it, right? It's not mandatory. It's the kind of thing, if it gives you an assist, if it's helpful to you, use it. If it's not helpful, well, just fibs, geometry, market structure here, volume profile, perfectly adequate to be trading on, right? Because again, we use all of this technical analysis to try and help with the decision making and put ourselves into the best risk reward scenarios. But you can certainly do the same thing with just geometry and fibs, right? Ultimately, it comes down to your money management and your discipline. And do you have a set of rules, right? I don't know what his rules are because he's not really giving them to me, but I can look here and say, okay, is that a potential buy? Well, if it's a 1, 2 and he's going to buy here, he's buying off of the retest here, that we've got a good low here. Middle retest, right? So he's applying technical analysis here. We're below these two moving averages here. So this is the ping. Retrace, so buy, retrace, go. So very good. So let me just so I can Tarsus. I may buy that one. All right, so I'm going to go over here. I've already got this one, so let's see what he's doing. OP. I kid you not, right? I'm not kidding when I say oh shit, that's not going to work. What did I do? I want OP USDT. Oh, I want crypto. Let's use Blowfin, right? That's my new sponsor. How much is this the first crypto? Oh, no, we had Cardano. Right, so let me go to Blowfin here. Make sure, what did he give me? He gave me a 1 hour, right? So Blowfin, we're really happy with them. Right? So I give a little promo while I'm here. Right? No KYC. Nice deposit bonuses. They're very solid in futures. They use external market makers, right? So they're not trading against you. I mean, there's a lot to like with Blowfin, right? But for U.S. residents, right, to get a good non-KYC exchange, right, that's legit with plenty of coins, good leverage, right, all the things you look for, right? That's why, again, they were soliciting me, right, as a sponsor for almost a year before I thought, okay, right, now it looks good, right? The first thing was getting them on TradingView. That's not inexpensive. Okay, so what do I got here? 1, 2, can I do this here? Okay, so he doesn't have. So all I'm going to do here is add the Elliott count, right? So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. Do we have it? Let's look in there. Well, if this is my low, oof, you could get away with that. These are all right. Where's the lowest close? Right here. Right here. Yeah, that's when you have that wick jungle down there. Let's go to a daily just to see how we ended up here. Yeah, give me a second here. It's just old brain syndrome. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2. So here's my low. Right now we look at that on a 1 hour, and I got a bunch of wicks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could have a diag, right? It's possible I have a diag here. I love it. Let's go to an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right. So let's be as friendly as we can there. Okay, can we do this? It's a bit of a force fit, but there are times. Okay, right. It's not insane. It's like, oh God, right? It couldn't possibly be that. All right, for a bull, right? So okay, 1, 3, 4. We've got a 4 hour, maybe. The 4 over a little bit. That looks like it's a 50. I think I just did this. 50. Right. Okay, so we know Al's in there. Right? Al's always in there. Right. So what do we got here? Do you see how this algo, right? How it's what drives the market, as I've said for 6 years. It's not why it moves, it's how it moves. So here, algo, boom, algo target. How do we know it's an algo, right? It's not this, it's this, right? Reaction at the target. Okay, let's go again. If this is 1, 2, well, that can't be 3. It's a wick getting through. Let me get that right on there. Well, this is a bit of it's a push, right? Do we really have a good 1 there? You could probably do it. 1, 2, 3, oh fuck, 4. It ain't pretty, but let's go with it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it looks like you can do it. Okay, big extension in the 5th. Okay, it's not the craziest thing we've ever seen. Okay, so 1, is that a 2? Is it? We may have to do it over here. A, B, C. Okay, so for next question. Why do we stop here? Why does it stop? Got a little bit through that. Here's the order flow. Didn't quite get there. So, right. So we've blown this algo out. So it's good news for bulls. Candidate here would certainly be ABC. Right? We can't eliminate this possibility, right? But it's context, right? Does that make sense? Would that fit? If this is an ABC and we're going to go down, if that's ABC, then you would anticipate something much deeper here, right? Bad news for any crypto bulls here. So if you're a bull for Optimism, you want this to be a 1-2. So let's get some context now. Where would it make sense? Right? Would that make sense? Oh, and here I might need some more history, but let me split that here just to make sure, right? Because that's the only downside to Blowfin, is that if I need more history, I can't get it. So let's take this out. Go to Coinbase here. All right, so, oh shit, what do I got here? Oh, somebody's doing something with, looks like Keltner bands. All right, so I'm going to just remove. Okay, so now I've got more history. All right, so here now we see the 3, right, in context. Okay, is that 1, 2, 1, 2? I'm not looking so good. God, actually, I want to. I can see if I've got more history on Binance. I do a little bit more. All right, so here, hitting Binance. All right, so we got that broken. Well, that's kind of a mess. All right, so so when you see something like this, what's the okay? First thing we have to do is say, okay, where's the algo, right? What's it doing? All right, well, here's hard to miss that. Is that a diag? God damn. Shy of target there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's go with that as a possibility, right? If this is A, 2, 3. Could that doesn't make sense. So this I do it this way just to say, okay, well, we got to throw some shit up there. Let's see, all right? Let's take a look at it, right? Does that make sense? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I got a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Could I have some sort of a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 leading diag? Okay, maybe. That looks like a pretty good impulse here. So that's what you'd be thinking. Oh, can I do this as a 5, 3, 5 leading diag? Maybe. Let's go white here. Start of the 1. 1, 2. Okay, so now we start to put some structure to it, right? So I get golden zone, third target, 4, right? I don't even have to measure it. I can tell you that's going to be, oh, it looks like probably a 23, right? From here, right? So we give it some structure, 38. So, okay, now we start to see it. Oh, some sort of wacky leading diag into the 1, 2. I got an impulse here, but this is all wrong. All wrong. Oh, what? Is that a 3, right? Do we want to put the 3 here? Does it look right? Does it look right? We didn't quite make that. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, one way to help with a 4, come here. Start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3. We're looking for a 50. A little deep. That's a bummer for a bull. That's not a good looking. I think you're stuck with the 3 here. 4, 5. Actually, you could do it here. 1, 2, because I don't think we overlap there. Oh, maybe we do. Pardon me. That's why you got to check them, right? Sometimes you don't see it. Looks like you can get away with it. So we can put the 4 here. 1, right? A tick is a tick, right? All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Well, then this is bad news. Let's see. Can we? Do we want to force fit this into some sort of to accommodate the 4 here? Do you? Probably can do it. Let's look at it. Right, because this is not a great looking impulse. So how would we do it? A, B, C. It's iffy. Right, even if you're doing this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your A. A. Is that B? Mighty skinny for a B. Right? You expect the B to be much higher. Doesn't have to do it, right? Market has no obligation to do anything ever, right? It's going to do what it's going to do. We're just trying to play along and see if we can get a read and find some high probability setups based on patterns that we know repeat. Why? Because people do the same thing about money all the time. Okay, well, this is fully mitigated right here. All of this upswing. Right, we got to the 50, right? So the algo does not need to come back here, right? That's all that's telling you. It's not that I'm not saying that it won't or couldn't, right? But it doesn't need to, right? We don't need to rebalance anything here. You can look at this waterfall, come back to the 50, so mitigated, right? So you can pull that off. over to the side. Where's the next one? Well, that's probably too small. Be way up here. We're going that high, 786. Well, how are we going to do it? What would make sense? W, X, Y, something like that. If that's going to be a 3, let's label it all the way, right? So it's too easy to just fluff it. Let's put that in blue here. Sure looks like an A. W, right? Assuming we're going to go A, B, C here, which is, okay, you're making an assumption there. Does it look technical, right? Is Al in here? Hello, Al, right? It's always, you're always going to find him, right? There he is, right there, golden zone, right? Third target. What do we got? That could be A, right? That could be A, because we could have a deep, right? You don't know yet, right? So right now it's a 3, A, B, C. That's all I got. So, but it could be an A, right? We could have it flat. So let's just keep it simple, right? Maybe. Oh, fuck. A, B, C into the B. You'd have to have a deep B. Rules, guidelines. That's kind of the point, right? I'm just applying the rule set here. And then looking for, okay, where's the order flow? What's the mitigation? Where's Al, right? Where's the geometry? We're in log scale here, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but okay, how's the channeling, right? Channeling is so important to an elitician, right? Don't forget it. It's easy to forget it. We're still trying to fight for the idea that, oh, maybe this is a diag here that's got a big 5 up here, long ass way to go. What can we really see here? A lot of sideways. A lot of sideways. Oh, a little pop. Oh, down to the low. Do you want to trade that? As far as I can tell, right, the only trade here would be short, but you're kind of late for that short, right? It's already moved pretty good on you. All right, and that was the trade right there off of the 50, right? So to have it come down here, right, to this golden zone, you're a little bit late, right? Because you're right at the halfway point, right? So you no edge, right? You lost your edge. Yeah, I think you sit on that one. All right, Holy Life. What? Oh, and Dot. All right, I got Dot from him. Okay, another white screen here. So let me get that one off. Another white screen coming on Dot. Let's see. You guys are a ways behind me. Okay. He's giving me a 4-hour on Dot. He's using the perpetual. He's looking for, oh. Wow, he's got an Elliott count in there. 1, 2, okay, well, let's go look at it. Oh, shit, that's a 4-hour. I've got Dot over here somewhere. Oh, shit. It's in one of these 4 quads here. Oh, shit, hang on. Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to show you his, and then I'll show you mine. Okay, this is his, right? You guys see that? All right, okay, so here, he's got this nice long channel, right? And then he's a geometry trader, essentially, but he's got an Elliott count in here. So he's good for you, Holy Life, or Holly Life, however I say that, right? Trying to bring in a little Elliott to this, right? Okay, if this is a 3 and we're coming down for a 5, okay. We're below, I don't know what he's got here. Maybe it looks like a 21 and a 50 or a 50 and 100, right? So we're below the moving averages. We've broken the channel, right? Now, when we break a channel like that, you would anticipate a little retrace before we target the low. So, oh, I know that's awfully bright here. So let me come over here. Now, okay, good. Another great example here. Okay, 1, 2. Is that going to be 3? No. So Dot, so he gave me a 4-hour, so let's look at it. What are the options that we have here, right? So already this is quite an extension in the 5th, right? If we're going to play it that way, which I suppose 1, 2, 3, some sort of fine. We can do it. 1, 2 to a 50. Oh, we don't get to target. What are my choices here? Well, could it be 1, 2, 1, 2? No. Can't be, right? Because we've already swept the 2, right? Can't be 1, 2, 1, 2. We can't go below that. Could it be here? A, B, C. I suppose, right? It's a possibility. That feels like that's a little bit of, oh, maybe, okay, maybe we can make that work, right? Because this is all just one grind higher. That's a 4. Let's see, look at it on the 4. Do we really have a 3 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you can see it finishing right here with an impulse. Ugh. Well, I guess you'd have to do it this way. Oh, fuck. Come here. You'd have to do it here, A, B, because I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have to do it there, right, to finish that. Okay, maybe it's sharp. Why do we stop here? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just checking. Hang on. Broke it to the 2, to the dominant. Not quite. See, could it be, right? So that's a little bit of a hopium play there. Okay. If it's A, B, C, okay. Well, I'm sure I should have kept that on there. That's there. Let's take the whole. Let's go down to. Let's go to platinum. No, I want platinum. I want 707. Oh Jesus, where's my 50? Damn it. Oh, let's just go here. We'll just do golden zone. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so A, B, C. All right. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we might be. Oh, that's a 1 hour. Okay. Well, again, I'm just filling in the swing. Oh, God damn it! Come here. Filling in the swings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't look like we're done yet, does it? That's a big 3. And I guess you can do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's good. Looks like that's going to be a 2618. 200. All right. Pretty reasonable. Any question about what happens here? Right, 5s and 3s. Any question about that 3? We can see why the algo pauses here. Right, we got a fair value gap right to the 50, mitigated, so this does not need to come back here again. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it's got one more down. Wouldn't you love to buy it right at the golden zone? Right? Well, why would you assume anything else? And this is under the premise that it's one. We're going to stick with the 1A. We're going to do it this way: A, B, C. Oh, let's go yellow here. We're going to do it that way. That's a little bit of hopium. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Oh, it's not an ABC, and this is not a 1, right? Because if it's, well, think about that alternative. If this is ABC, that's bad news for Polkadot bulls. So really, let's hope this holds, right? Because I don't want to see that. So let's hope we got an ABC, and we're just running into an expanded 5, 3, 5. Well, we'd have to do 3, 3, 5. Excuse me. A, B, C. We can do it. A, B, C. Ah, fuck. Come here. So we can make that fly. Right? If it's a flat, right, we need a 3, 3, 5. So A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You got a C. A. Oh, you could probably do that a couple of different ways. A, B. Oh shit, you can do it here. I don't know that it matters, right? It's just, it needs, if this is going to hold, right? 3, 3, 5 is what we need. Okay, I got a good 5 working, right? Do I want to sit here with a limit order? Not necessarily, right? I want to see the reaction down here. Do I have any order flow here that I can work off of? Yes, I do, right? So I got it right here. So this last down, right, that 50 is a candidate, right? Last swing down before we go up. I'd love to see it hold the golden zone myself, right? It doesn't have to come down here, but you could see if it does, you could understand why. So we'd be putting on 707, which is what I was trying to get to. Thought I had it. I don't know why I took the 50 out of that, but I guess I did. Oh, come here. Why that's out of there. All right, so we're at the 50 coming in here, 707, 786, right? So if it's going to come down here, you call that, whether you're calling it unmitigated, right, or order flow, or you just call it a demand zone. We can call that a demand zone. Demand, right? Why? Down before we go up. That's how the algos rocket. Okay, 335 coming down for this, right? Let it react. Let it come down here. Let's look for the reaction, right? Then you stop under the pivot. It's not that complicated. Okay, thanks, Holly Life. You're going to have to tell me if it's Holy or Holly. Because if it's Holy, and I'm saying Holly, right, maybe I'm offending you. But you spell it H-O-L-I, so I don't know which way to go. Okay, Jamie's giving me one here with no. That's not like you. Open in browser. What are you giving me? Solana. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe he's on the road. Okay, all right. So we've looked at this a couple of times. I've done this in a few vids, but let's just get an update here. So, oh yeah, right. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Where have I got it? It takes me a minute to find it. I've got you over here. Oh, give me a second here. It's one of these first ones here. If I don't find it here, if it's not, oh shit, white screen, sorry. I don't know why my machine's doing that. I've got a lot open. Okay, let me find Solana here. We could just, I swear I had it right here. Here it is. Okay, get out of there. Okay, so let's pop it open, right? So you know, what he's giving us is kind of a simplified, okay, we're at the support, we're at a golden zone, right? So what, right, what, A, B, C, W, oh shit, how's he doing that? I got an X in here. What are you doing there? X? Not sure where that X is. Okay, let's go back to Solana here. I know you guys are lagging behind me, so I'll wait for you guys to catch up. WXY was a candidate here for the 2. Right, again, we look here, it's mitigated at the 50%. Boy, the market's accelerating. Accelerating down. Are they anticipating a miss on NVIDIA earnings, or are they just setting up to buy it lower? It's kind of been on hold all week. Damn it, hang on. It's fucking allergies. Okay, so what's a possibility here? This looks like this has to move over here, so one possibility here is we're doing it this way. A, B, C, A, B, C. Well, let's see what we get here. Well, which is very much like what we were just looking at, right? We're trying to go, oh shit, I wanted a 1-2, but maybe what I have to do is turn this into some sort of a sideways correction, which is kind of what's teeing up here, right? So here's the bearish order flow right to the 50, right? Mitigates, comes back for a second tap. Now if we're coming down here, we got a demand zone here. We can do the same thing. Demand right here, that's the down before we go up. How does it fit in our Elliott? Okay, is that the C? Well, then the hope is that's the 4. Oh, well, see, now if it's going to hold as a W, damn it. If it's going to hold as a WXY, we need a 3 here, right? That's again, this is a nice example. If that's A, B, C. Right, it forces your decision. Force is the wrong word. It guides your decision making. Right, if you're applying Elliott Wave, there are places where you go, "What? It can't be that." And if it can't be that, then what could it be? Right. That now maybe you don't like that. You know, it may be right. And Elliott Wave's not for everyone. But I find that immensely helpful. Right. It's a matrix of decisions It's a decision tree. If not this, then that. If not that, then this. Could this be a 3? Yeah, absolutely. We kind of want it to be. Right? If we look at the bigger picture, the assumption is here the 3 is in at the 23. Right? Same thing, right? We're looking to do the same thing right here. Just on a smaller scale. Right? Exact same thing, just smaller. I'd nibble there. I've got a shitload of this, but I'd get some more here. Why not, right? You got a nice little, you got a nice exit. You could use 707 if you needed. If you wanted to trade with a little leverage, I wouldn't trade it. I rarely trade with leverage. Let's go. Where's my 707? Right here. Right. I don't know why I took the 50 out of that. Template. Save as 707. Save. Yes. Okay. All right. So we got this nice little pocket here. We can do a 3. You think any retail bought here? You think they'll sell here? That's what they tend to do. Fortunately for us. Now, of course, this could fall through the floor. I'm never saying it couldn't. I'm just saying, looking at that, whoa, I'd be interested right here. Maybe a little leverage. What else could I do here? Whoops. Right, golden corner. If we come down here, what do I have then? 80% odds of getting there. Why would you not take that trade? Oh, it's going down, man. I can't buy it if it's going down. Well, you're not going to be long for the markets if that's the way you think. Okay, Jamie, I hope I didn't do you dirty there. I didn't get all of it. Yeah, you got the same. You pretty much have the same thing I do, right? You've got the 4. I saw you just looking at your second chart. He's got the same thing. He's got his 4 in. He's got his 4. This being an A, B, right? Looking for that to go higher. So, oh shit, white screen. Solana. Just a box, right? It's a box. A box of rocks. So here, I'm gonna do it right now. An alert. If it comes down here, I want to know about it, right? I want to know, right, for the chance to buy that. Okay, so that's, did I do, let's see. I got Jamie. How are we doing on time? 1:12. Okay, I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to do one. I got Q. I don't know Q. I think that's a new handle. Maybe he's a new member. Okay, I did TARS. Let me get rid of that one. We did OP. I like that one. Let's get rid of that one. There's the ES. So this is, that's a copy. Oh, look at that. Oh, you came right back to our sale. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but I won't discourage you from checking that out again. Okay, so this was an earlier. So I'm looking at mode, this is Q once, ALGO. ALGO. Let's see if I can get them on Blowfin. All right, because I got to get them where I can. Let's go to the tether. Do I have enough here? I may not. What's the daily? Let's go to a 4-hour. Okay, well, I can see this. Oh, fuck, it could be a triangle, and it matters, right? So we get maybe a triangle here. A, B, C. Oh, fuck, I don't know if it matters, right? So we got a 5 to finish it. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something's finishing here, right? I could go back and get more history but Blowfin has given me just a certain amount here. Okay, so, right, again, this is the same thing every time, right? It never changes. That's our edge. All right, so I've got a candidate here for a 1, 1, 2. Good looking impulse for a 3. I need to be in log scale. What am I at here? 9 cents. I don't need it. All right, so it's not 4 times the range. Looks like that needs to come up one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, it ain't pretty, but a lot of crypto has done that to where you're trying to squeeze it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go 1, 2, 3, oh. Doesn't look like a 3, does it? That's what you're hoping for. Doesn't look very good, right? Doesn't look very promising unless we're going to do something unusual here. So if that is a 1, 2, and that's a pretty good looking 3. 1, 2, God, you have to do 3, 4, 5 here. It's a great looking impulse. That's not what we want. Now, again, I don't know that it doesn't launch from here, but that's not what I'm looking for. That looks like an A to me. So then we'd have to say, look at it and say, oh, could it be a diag? Well, that's pretty impulsive. Let's get an EWO on there. All right, I know what we're going to see here. Oh, looks like we'll have to change that a little bit. All right, when you got too many bumps there, we'll change it to just double it. 1070, right? You get the same relationship there. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, right? With divergence into the third. That's kind of deep for the 4, right? You really don't want the 4 going. You see those bands, right? You don't want them going outside of those bands. So that's a deep 4. So that is starting to look a lot more like this may be ABC. What do we run up here? Liquidity sweep, likely. For a bull, that's discouraging, right? That's not what you want, right? Because it looks like we got an A going in there. So this would be question mark. The alternate being, okay, I got a 5, I got a 3, I got a micro, and put it as a candidate for a 3. Oh, come here. God damn it. I'm going too fast. Okay, right, so we've got a candidate here for a 3. It broke the, it looks like it broke the algo there, so it's too bad. It did, right? We went 786, right? So for an A, B, right, you could, that's perfect for a B. Doesn't look so good for an impulse, right? If that's A, B, then this is likely coming much lower, right? So, yeah, that doesn't look so great there. I think I'd hurry up and wait on that to see does it kick out of here? Well, that's going to be a tough squeeze to get even a 15-minute. Can you get that into a 3? Oh, yeah, that's a serious Elliott shuffle. You're really squeezing it there because that's what you want to see. I think you hold here, no new trades until that gives us more reveal. And then he also wanted XLM. So let's see what I got for XLM. XLM on Blowfin. Let's see if I got enough history here. It looks like I'm okay. It's not going to be enough. XLM, USDT. Let's put all of them. Let's go to Coinbase. Let's go out to a daily. Okay, so this was Mojaka, or no, pardon me, this is Q. Well, that doesn't look so good either. What happened to Stella? Okay, what can we say? Well, last times it came down this low, we could probably 24. Yeah, we'd probably be in log scale here. At 50%, right, holding. Oh, that's just a train wreck. I don't even care, right, what this is. Right? It's just... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it looks like it's in here. A, B, C. So this looks like it's got more to go here. 1, 2. You can. It's in there. Right? It's hard to see it. 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you're stuck with that. God, that is terrible though. That retrace wick. That's a daily. It's a bummer. It's not good for alt bulls. 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, 4. This looks like A, B, C, right? But that doesn't help a bull, right? We can't have that. So either you're going to go, oh, fuck. You're going to have to go, it's just a bummer all around. God, you're going to have to do WXY there. You're stuck with that. You got an A here. And the idea here, this is going to likely, right? We don't know. Something like that's going on. Because this completes here. Divergence, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That completes. This looks like A, B. This would be rare. It doesn't look like that's right, but this is what they're all doing right now. Is like, oh shit, is it a 1, 2, 1? That's a no trade on my book right now. The only reason you would trade this is if we come back down here, you say, well, but you know, if it's that low, right, it tends to be, we get reactions out of it. You're talking yourself into it, right? Because now maybe, right, if you're a big stellar bull for whatever reason, the project, right, you know more about it, or shit, I don't know, whatever your reason is. Well, if you're going to be a buyer, at least you're buying it down here on, you know, this discount of the discount of the discount. But a technical pattern, no. You're not buying it for that. NVIDIA. Oh, shit, I got it up here somewhere. Oh, is it here? Oh, shit. I hate doing this. I know I've got it. Here it is. Okay. So this is Mojaka. Let's see what's heading into earnings tonight. Perhaps a gander at lower time frames. Okay, well, so I've got an ABC going in here now. So what we do from here? Oh, I've done this, I think, last week. Okay, let me get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like that's done. So what the biggest concern I have with this is that the market is selling off so hard today. Now, NVIDIA is not moving, but it sure looks like a setup. So what would you think here? Let me get that off. You got all the right ingredients here for that thing to have topped, right? So, but if it hasn't, okay, let's consider it. Oh, I'm still on a daily. I think we looked at this last week. All right, so it broke the golden. We went 707 to the tick. So you lost an algo there, but you may have them again right here. Right. All right. So it doesn't mean we kill it, right? We just lost that one algo, right? At that price point or at that time. Do we have them again? All right. So how could that be playing? 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then you have a new high, and then this would have to move over, and this would be 1, 2, right? So if we're going to extend in the fifth, right, we can see how it could happen. All right, so this would go. Let's do it. Oh, let's go intermediate. Oh shit. Okay, so big 3. So this would we just again, if not this, then what? All right, then we can just come down here and let's go to minuet. Let's put that in blue, right? Okay, so now I've got a candidate here. If this is going to go bullish today, right, which the whole market is pretty much waiting to see, right, which way we're going to trade. If this is 1, 2, then we got a long way to go for this up here. That seems to be what the market is waiting for. Here's what the market's waiting for. Do I get this? Right, because now we confirm the low because we got a 5. Now, if we get this, just for a second now, if we get that, what just happened there? What would that be? Break of structure. What do we anticipate after a break of structure? Not to mention after the completion of a 5. Right. Again, do you see how it doesn't matter what the asset is. It doesn't matter what the time frame is. It just doesn't matter, right? If you approach them all the same way, again, that's what gives you an edge. If you're just winging it, you're not long for the market. You've got to determine your edge, right? If you don't have an edge, why are you trading? There's only one reason. Boredom, greed. You think it's easy? How hard can it be? People are making millions in NVIDIA. Yeah, well, you're a little late to that party, but maybe not, right? If we get this. So what's a retail trader going to do? They're going to buy it. I promise you there'll be retail breakout traders here buying that. Guarantee it. You said the same thing right here. Oh, right here. Oh, breakout. Think they're still in? Probably not. Well, we shall see what we get here, right? So that's a high risk, right? If you could do a straddle, right? Buy at the money, puts and calls, just to see, because likely it's going to be extreme, whichever way it goes. Okay, we got that one. How am I doing on time? Well, I only got 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go to CN Salazar is asking about Tesla. Let's get Tesla up here. Tesla. Go, all right, always daily. Do I need to be in log scale? I don't think, maybe I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, the Tesla's kind of tricky here, right? So because I think we can all agree that's a 3, right? So that kind of fucks you. So what comes off of that? Right? We don't sweep this low. It's tricky. This has to be a 2. All right, so let's give it some context, right? So this has to be a 2, right? There's no option. 3, 4, 5. No other way to do it. A, B, C. You have to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. All right, it almost doesn't matter, but you got to look at it and say, okay, whatever it was impulsive off of this low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could get an A in that. So let's label it. A, oh, pardon me, B, C, A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diag, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C. All right, where'd we pivot? Looks like 34. Oh, where are you here? All right, 38. So what's one possibility here? W, X, Y. You kind of see the potential for that to be repeating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, 1, 2, 3. B. Right now I'll just put it down here, right? So what obvious target would be the pivot down here. Y, B, C, right? This is a bit of a push if you're going to try and turn that into, it's not an impulse, right? We've already overlapped the 1. So your premise, if you're a bull, is, oh, it's a diag, right? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see it. When's our, we just had earnings. It's a miss. Oh, what's this? Well, living in Austin, right, every 5th car is a Tesla, right? It's just all over the place. That sure looks like that's a 1 there. You can see how that could get there. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now, a lot of diags in here, right? Leading diags, I should say it that way. Well, this wouldn't be the 3. This would be your candidate here for a 3. If it's A, B, if it's A, B, C. 4, we're looking for this much lower. I actually hope it's that, because I can't stand Elon Musk. Much as it's hard not to respect his accomplishments, I find him to be a fucking complete douchebag. Okay, so that's Tesla. How am I doing on time? 129. I'll do one more here. SQ. Okay, SQ. But I digress. Let's get a daily here on the block. Okay, so let's get that. Whoa, so sorry. Okay, well, we can label it. Looks like you got to do it there. Well, we can certainly see we got plenty of resistance up here. Why? Why? Any confusion? Well, it looks like here you would have been dealing with 50s, right? So you got this, right? So we know it's the algo, right? So we just pull same pivot. We're going down here. Well, can we get a count here that would have context here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Jesus. It's an ugly finish. Ooh, that's gnarly. Looks like you have to do an ABC into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B. Oh, I hate that. Probably here, W, A, B, C, X. So let's see if we can get that together here, and I got to get out of here. U, X, Y. What I see there. A, B, C into the first tap of the golden. A, B, C to give me the Y. That's a little, where's your 2? Of course, the other alternative is this W, X, Y, X coming down for a Z. So let's consider that, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, fuck me. Come here. A, B, W, X, Y, X, Z. Coming down here. At least let's use the algo target. A, B, C, X, A, B, C, Y, A, B, C, retap of the golden zone, double X, A, B, oh, so it's not ripe yet. Let's see where it's headed. Obvious target right here. And let's put that in full context from the low. Golden zone. That would be a good target down here. Now, I'm not saying sell it. I'm just saying, cautious about buying it or just looking at it. Because you don't get an impulse here, right? That's the bummer, right? You want to go, oh, fuck, 1, 2. Yeah, maybe. That's a little bit of hopium, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. You don't have a 2 here. You got an A, B, and a C. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got an A, B, C. Got an A, B, C right into it. You don't. It's not there, right? So that's a ghost 2. That's a straight rip. Let's see. When's their earnings? They got another one here in September 24th. Here, I might wait for that, right? Because that's a. What do you got there? A, B. A, B. Right, you're looking for much lower prices here. So if you want to be a buyer, I'd let that reveal itself. We don't know. Fuck. A. This could be A, B, C. The B could be up here. This could be A, B, C. It's too funky. But if we roll over, okay, 1, 2. Right, so you can start to label it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then it starts to fit. It fits. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down for the Z. Golden zone. Boom. And we're off to the races again. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. I always try to give you a little nugget, or in many respects, what I'm doing here is it's just the repetition. Repetition. Everything we teach over here, oh, by the way, hey, it's on sale. Everything's at 50% off. This one, right? This is the best bang for your buck. But, if you just want to get an individual belt and just say, fuck, I don't want to spend $5. Let me just get one. If you have a little bit of Elliott knowledge and you have some market structure knowledge, the brown belt is the only one we'll let you buy without having passed the other two, because it doesn't require a shitload of Elliott knowledge, right? We're just using basic 5s and 3s, but then we're bringing in the market structure. which is, you know, all the rage right now. Although I'm not a fan of ICTs, the material that he's introduced is worthwhile. Okay, guys, that's all I got, right? Hopefully a little help to some of you guys. A little promo going on. I think that goes on for a week. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys.